our grey locks out of his eyes to watch a man in superb form. Average 115.5, just short of the world record in taking out Ken Mather. But Taylor never got into a lather on that one, and from the Yorkshire Rhubarb Triangle ran Pontefract way, Lawrence. 60. But I think maybe D.H. Lawrence would have to write the script before the Yorkie can beat the power.
And only televised sport can provide a fairy tale script like this. The little known lorry driver from Yorkshire, now in darting terms, as the heaviest goods vehicle on the sport to control.
Can't reply to that magnificent line. Very the maximum there by the Yorkie.
Taylor has again given his opponents respect by winning the darts and taking them and going off like a steam train.
Well, heavy goods drivers might meet heavy tungsten tacks on the way along the road. Taylor put the third dart there and the hardest bit of the bed with a lie. It's that perfect dart again in the middle. He is on fire. This won't be far away a red bit. Oh my goodness!
And that's a 12-dart finish, culminating with that double top. And Mark Lawrence knows that he's out there on his own in a tungsten jungle.
Well put. 100. But most of the boa constrictors I know are not raised on cheese-flavoured oatcakes. The pride of Stoke-on-Trent. It's very dangerous, this. He is in form for a world record because of six darts I've seen at the start of each one. He is finding the bottom of the leg brilliantly. The Yorkie could get turned into Pan Hackelty. Geordie Fry up.
60.
Taylor 128 average. And okay, I don't need letters from the Applied Mathematics Department at Cambridge University. It's a small sample, but he is, he's on fire. Special, something very special on the cards there. Second time he's done that perfect shot. 137 average.
The man's merciless, isn't he? The man is merciless. And Lawrence, bless his heart, is not being intimidating.
And as they say in Pontefract, Ecky Peck, our lad's flying. But Taylor is in orbit.
140.
Can't say how good this is, Dave. 110 plays 137.
Well, it's an early market sample, of course, but it's still absolutely amazing.
I think Taylor has been 80 yards away from this commentary box for 6 hours now practicing. 2 16s. Double 8 for another 12 darter. The crowd are stunned here in Bolton.
33.
My word, the man has actually missed a target. He's human after all. And his average plummets down to a mere 124, but Lawrence has got a chance here, despite the power darts from the power dart player.
Well, did a number on the much fancied Colin Lloyd. 9-3 did this man.
55. Will you require 8?
Double. 4 coming in for the power. Middle of the bed,
Phil Taylor.
And that's the way Taylor wrapped up the second leg. Actually missed 2 darts to the double there, which will be annoying to him in this mood. And you know, Sid, how many times? 4 times this man has done a 9-darter. There's something about the air at Bolton that just brings out the very, very best in Phil Taylor. And when we say that, the very best in Taylor is the very best there is.
Well, it's the air. Around Burslem, where it comes from, there's oatcakes in the air. Yeah, it's Holland's Pies.
45.
Reebok Stadium, Bolton. Taylor on course to break his own 116.01 world record for a televised match. can use the barrel subtly to sink the red bit.
100.
Too big a bump! Too big a bump!
Just no end to the passion and the hunger and the appetite that Taylor has for this game. Remember, in the last couple of years, he's topped over £600,000 in prize money. Tops the order of merit.
60.
And guaranteed another 6,000. But he wants this 40 grand this weekend for this championship.
Yeah, it'll build off a swimming pool at his new house in Nantwich. Lovely adjustment.
125.
Oh, this is incredible.
Well, you see, Sid, even when the first start was a bit of a slack Alice, he still picked up the situation.
And let's talk Euclidean geometry. First time at the darts. Maybe one day, Dave, when we're with St. Peter, having a glass in the clouds, that young man will be unlucky somewhere. It is like shelling on tin peas.
And he'll be telling all those watching him, I saw Philip Taylor very near his prime.
13 daughter coming in for 3-zip. 3-zip it is! 118.5 world record at the Stokies' mercy.
He's relentless, he's remorseless, and look at that average, 118.66. And remember, he missed 2 darts at a
100.
double. Otherwise, he wouldn't be too far off perfection.
Won this tournament on its inception in 03 to Taylor beating Burgess, Shane Burgess. Won it again in 05, beating the very talented Mark Walsh.
85.
Opponent who really creamed some good ones in this field. 9-8 Steve Brown, 9-4 Mark Dudbridge, and Owain. Colin Lloyd's been in form
60.
recently, but the Yorkshireman did him 9-3. Crowd stunned by this Taylor performance. It's like having one of the 3 tenors sacking the other 2 and wobbling on his lonesome. That's wobbling! Me oh my! Does he make that tungsten fly?
Operatic in his majesty. Phil Taylor
100.
truly hitting the high notes. Even Pavarotti would acknowledge this kind of artistry.
If you,
192.
there is the Lawrence clan, Julius misses, Jamie and Declan, his sons. Oh! I love it! Here's the lads! And his mate Trevor who drives him around. Too late maybe for the Yorkshireman. Red bit.
You simply dare it look away. This is